Practice has been very competitive. We started day one making sure that our team understood the tempo, the pace that our practices need to be in order for them to be ready to play come November 11th against Wichita State. It's going to be a tough road ahead of us, but it's one that we need to welcome. And so making practice as tough as we possibly can is our objective right now, so the games appear to be easier.
Coach, speaking of Wichita State and the non-conference schedule as a whole, what is your goal and mission as you prepare to reach January in the SEC regular season?
Well, we wanted to have our non-conference schedule to be competitive, where we're playing not only a quality team like Wichita State, but going on the road and playing at Hampton, at Georgetown, making sure that this team understands that you've got to be able to compete and win on the road. But the schedule is to help prepare us for the challenge that we face in playing in the SEC, because this is a very competitive conference, and I want us to understand that you can't just turn it on come January, that we've got to be ready to compete now in order to be ready to play in January.
You're into it as you enter your second year at LSU. Your view on staying in the program right now?
My view is that our program, we had work, we got much more work to be done. I mean, we got to make sure that we're doing everything that we possibly can do to get ourselves back to an SEC championship game. But we got unfinished business. And as long as they understand that they got to stay hungry, they've got to take it one day at a time, one possession at a time, but making sure that they keep their eye on the big prize and have the vision to see what's down the road, but not necessarily skip over the process. So the team has a challenge every day to be the best they can be, and we're going to continue to keep that as our focus.
Coach, specifically, can you comment on your backcourt and the leadership you'll need there this year?
Well, we're going to need a lot of leadership, but I'll tell you, our leadership is going to start with Adrienne Webb. She's one player that she's our best player, but she also is our hardest working player. And so when you have that combination, you definitely have something special. And John Kinney, she sacrificed last year, moved her to the point when Destiny Hughes went down, and she did a fabulous job with our newcomers, with Danielle Ballard and Quanisha Baker. They're going to be able to take some of those minutes from Jean at the point, so we can now play her off the ball and look for her to score some more. And Bianca Lutley is really doing a great job of establishing herself as well. And then we also return Ann Peterson, who was out due to injury last year. So we've got some very talented players. In our post game, I'm asking Teresa Plaisance to be the best 6'5" player in the game, and I hope that she continues to accept that challenge.
You mentioned Baker and Ballard. Can you talk about the newcomers?
Well, those two in particular, they've been thrown into the fire, if you will, but they've got to understand that we're going to need them immediately. So making sure that we run them at the point, but also run them on the wing some, because I want to have a look to our team where no one is just has to sit at one position. We want to make sure that we can swing players in multiple positions. But those two, they bring a gutsy attitude to our team, and they're able to score in many different ways. But I like the ranginess and the deceptive athleticism of Quanisha Baker. She does a great job of getting in passing lanes, so I didn't realize how good a defensive player she is, but she's going to add that to the equation. And Ballard does a really good job of getting in, breaking people off the bounce, being a playmaker for her teammates.